Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Sec44, and today I'm going to be finishing off Sonic the Hedgehog, the Game Gear. Now we're going to be doing Labyrinth. This, on the Game Gear, when I emulated it, was terrible. This was the zone that I got myself a game over on. Even though I was really good at this game, I had a lot of practice with this game, this was the level I got a game over on. After I stockpiled like 15 lives, I got a game over in this one. Not because of drowning, but because of muscle memory and the slowdown that you're not even going to be able to get out of in the 3DS version. Most of the slowdown's gone in the 3DS version, but it's atrocious with the water resistance that's, causing Sonic to be slow to begin with. And the slowdown, which is upped in this level. It's not, it's not that, bridge zone, falling platforms slow down. It's not that bad. If it was that, this would be unplayable. But this is definitely hard to get through. Now, some of you are gonna hate me for this, but I don't automatically think, water levels equal bad level. There should never be water levels and all that crap. To be honest, I think people who say that are overreacting and don't know what they're saying. Granted, water levels can be difficult to design, or design well. I don't think that water levels are actually all that bad. Some of them can be atrocious, but a lot of water levels are actually really, really good. The big actual complaint that I could say is, justified more than anything else is the, you're playing a completely, or generally playing a completely different style of, game. Or at least gameplay, I should say, when you actually get to water levels. And that's the only real complaint I really can't defend water levels on, but for the most part, I won't defend bad water levels, but I really don't. I hate when people automatically think, ugh, a water level, without any real reason to hate it immediately. Because, when I was little, I played Donkey Kong Land. Donkey Kong Country water levels are generally good. I played Spyro the Dragon. The water levels in Spyro the Dragon are really, really good. I didn't really get to play too much, but I, went through and seen Super Mario 64. The water levels in that game are... Oh, fuck. That was the first time I ever died there. But, the water levels in Super Mario 64 are... Well... That's my fucking fault. Again, the water levels in Super Mario 64 are actually really good. It's mainly because of the music and the fact that it's... Holy shit, that was close. But it's also the fact that the music in those levels are really good and calming and just a nice experience. But especially the first one. Jolly Roger Bay was the first one? Yeah, I think that was the first level. It was... It's just so tranquil. Really, really nice, but I know there are some really, really terrible water levels out there. The worst one I can think of off the top of my head was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles water level. I believe it was the first one before they went to the beat-em-up style that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games would be known for. But actually, the Sonic the Hedgehog water levels, a lot of people out here hate them, absolutely hate them. I actually like them. there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of 2D water, water levels in video games that actually have an air meter. Now, some people hate some Sonic water levels more than others. The only one I know for a fact everybody, quite enjoys is Hydro City Zone. Other than maybe Aquarium Park. Aquarium Park's really, really good. And I hear really nothing bad about that one. But, well, other than that goddamn crab thing, I hate that crab thing. But then again, that has nothing to do with the water. Surprisingly. But, Labyrinth Zone, not necessarily this one, but the Labyrinth Zone and the original Sonic the Hedgehog is actually probably one of my favorite zones in that game. I really like platforming more than speed in the original Sonic the Hedgehog, so I really don't care about Green Hill Zone all that much. And, well, I do like Starlight Zone. I really don't put those, just really, really fast levels as high as other people do when compared to the others, at least. And damn well, Spring Yard Zone, I really don't care for that level. It kind of bores me, and the music doesn't do it. Really doesn't do it for me. But, Labyrinth Zone's actually one of those levels I really do like in that game. It's the level that stops me from beating the game most of the time. But, it is one of the levels I actually really do like, because it was a, kind of a unique kind of water level for me when I first played it. And, well, there's also the fact that the music's probably one of my favorites in the game. It's one of the ones I could listen to outside of just playing the game more than anything else. Though, the only one that really beats it is Starlight Zone. Green Hill, especially with all the remixes I've heard over the years, don't give a shit about. Labyrinth Zone is just the only other one that I really liked. Although, Scrap Brain was good. Scrap Brain was really, really good. Now, that was a huge tangent, but, why did I get 15 lives lost in a game over? It's this boss that I actually got the game over. Now, why was it so bad? Again, like I said in the last part, I did play the 3DS version quite a lot. Enough in that period of time when I actually got the game over to completely memorize what I'm supposed to do in the game. Just by muscle memory. However, this boss was kind of difficult because the slowdown fucked with my muscle memory because, you're underwater. Oh crap, I died. But, I'm underwater. I'm already slow as can be. And the difference between the slowdown in the Game Gear version versus the 3DS version. Yeah, I think I can use that as a justification for my sucky efforts. I could beat this boss quite easily within one passing on the 3DS version. I died 15 times on the Game Gear. Now you can get 3 hits on Robotnik there. However, I was being careful. I was being really careful because if you don't get 3 hits and get out of there, you're gonna be getting hit by that missile. But other than that, this is a really easy actual boss. Definitely doesn't justify me losing 15 lives on. But, oh well, I learned my lesson. Now we're going to be going to Scrap Brain Zone. Scrap Brain Zone is interesting. It actually has really good music. I'm definitely going to say that. I do like the music in this level. Not as much as Bridge Zone or even Jungle Zone. Actually, I think I'm actually going to put it up to there with the Jungle Zone. Um, it's definitely one of the best. This is my last, really good zone. I hate the last zone. This one is really good. It's actually quite interesting. Some of the later gimmicks. There's a lot of labyrinth gimmicks for. After coming after Labyrinth Zone, it's strange that this one is the one with the labyrinth gimmicks. But the first actual level is really, really quick. The second one is strange, this game. Most of the levels in this game are straightforward. You go from point A to point B as fast as you can. That's it. Maybe fight a boss. That's it. This one, you get a split path. There's a... You can actually go through doors in this one. And, well, you can actually go back through doors. You can do a lot of... not necessarily exploration, but just backtracking. What you're going to need to do. Not to mention this is actually... Unlike the first level, which was really, really short, this one's actually fairly long, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Though it really isn't all that bad. Now, we're going to be coming to a split very, very shortly, right here. Go down. The big thing is, the top part, there's, if you go through the top area first, you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. There's a barrier blocking your path. You actually have to go and press a button. Oh shit. Well, that kinda sucked. But you have to go and press a button that will actually go and take down the barrier. And depending on actually what you do. Actually, wait. No, I think you have to go up and then down? Yeah, you have to go up, then you have to go down. Sorry about that. I thought I was going the right way first. But, oh, yeah, shit. I nearly forgot that that was actually a safe pit. This is actually how to get the Chaos Emerald, and, this is actually one of the harder Chaos Emeralds to actually go and, grab, because you might not know that pit's actually safe. But, there is a button we have to go and press at the very end of this one right here. That'll actually raise a barrier that we have to get past and lower that barrier, which will actually stop us. If we would have went the other way, at the very end, we would have been able to come into here, go and press that barrier, that switch to, switch those barriers, and then we have to go back through the first room, that lower room that I went before. Not to mention, I also love, getting as much speed as I possibly can by rolling down these, just area. It's quite a lot of fun. It gets you thinking, yes, I am playing a Sonic the Hedgehog game, even if I'm playing on the Game Gear. Now, you don't ever press the don't roll on the, rightmost, the rightward slopes. The leftward slopes, you can actually go and just roll, and you're gonna go and kill the enemy quite easily. Well, you really don't have to kill any of the enemies. Though it's good fun. They're only robots. You're saving little animals anyway. It's not like you're murdering anything. You're helping little animals, supposedly. Yeah, this is about it's getting close to the end of this one. The third level is actually, it doesn't have a boss in it. And once again, it's labyrinth-like, but there's no switches. This switch makes it so that there's kind of a little bit of a labyrinth. But this one is a true labyrinth, because there's, dead ends, all that kind of crap. So, it's an easy little maze to get through. Oh, great. Though you are going to want to drop down here because, well, you can actually get a... actually, no, you have to drop down. It's the next area once you actually go up a couple of them, you're going to be falling down and getting that one up. I believe it's right at the topmost area, right here. Go to the left, right, and get the one up. Go to the left, and pretty much you're out of the maze. Other than that, if you really know how to, or at least where to go in the labyrinth, it's not, first of all, it's not really all that hard. You know, there's no time limit, so there's no real threat of death. But you can actually complete this one really, really fast, and you don't want to press that button because, well, it's kind of detrimental if you do. And that was our boss, everybody. Oh, how pathetic. The next zone is not my favorite. It's actually probably the worst one in the entire game. I haven't really had anything bad to say about any of them, except maybe Labyrinth Zone and how slow it is. This one sucks for numerous reasons. First off, this level can actually be kind of hard. Can actually be kind of bullshit. Sometimes you don't have enough time to actually go and do what you want to do before that lightning gets you. Right here. Oh, shit. I was trying to get as much time as I possibly could before, you know, just trying to get as much time as I possibly can. Because I go and get that, I drop into there, but if you actually don't do that fast enough, all of those, that lightning's just going to get you. It's, I mean, I'm throwing caution into the wind, but this shit is annoying, and it leaves little room sometimes for you to be able to do anything. Wow, I can't believe I actually missed that. Oh, crap. I walk right into that. Oh, well. Other than this, it's not so bad. If you can actually get past all this crap, it really isn't too bad of a level. I still think it's probably the hardest in the entire game. Well, other than the next one, but the next one is just bullshit. Actually, it's bullshit for two reasons. Number one, it's bullshit because you have no rings. Therefore, one hit, you die. There's plenty of projectiles to hit you. There's also the bullshit for getting the Chaos Emerald. Out of all of the emeralds, this was the only one I could not find on my own. Mainly because it's right at the very beginning. Well, at least the path is in the very beginning. Try looking down, nothing's there. But you can jump down, and there's a platform there. This platform is going to be a slow ride to the Chaos Emerald. Now, the other way, which I know I die, and if you actually die when you have the Chaos Emerald, you're going to keep it. So you don't actually have, if you die, you don't have to go through this again. Not to mention, if you actually jump on these platforms, they don't go forward unless you're standing on them. So you are going to want to do that to make sure that you're in a good position, height-wise, before you actually go on these, because there are going to be projectiles coming at you. There are turrets that, you know, go around, 360 and all. But if you're waiting for the platforms to kind of get into a good position to get to the next one, all you really need to do is jump repeatedly. Like right here, I'm just going to jump repeatedly to make sure it doesn't move so I can actually get to this one. But after you do all that, there's Chaos Emerald, and we're at the very end of the level. And I died. Oh well. There's the other part of the level. There's no rings. I'm gonna throw that out there. This is very, very treacherous. You don't have any rings. There are these turrets coming at you. There's gonna be this bomb that's gonna be a pain in the ass. You can't go past it. You actually have to wait. I'm glad I actually picked out the good distance for that, because that's freaking annoying. Well, that's hit me plenty of times. And look how far we actually got into the level. Now all I have to do is get past this last turret, and that's it. Very short level. The only problem is you have no rings, and I hate these two. Hate these two acts. However, the last actual boss I beat fairly quickly. I don't know if I keep in my one death, but I do actually beat the boss fairly quickly. It's either the hardest boss in the game, or, to be honest, all the bosses are fairly easy. There's not a single boss that's actually difficult. It's just whether you can beat them quickly or not, if they're easy to beat quickly or not. Yeah, that one hit the glass and fell down, and I hit it. That was bullshit. Oh well, we're going to go and do this again. Let's try. What you want to go and do is do short little hops. You don't want to go and do a huge jump, because that's just going to be taking too much time. Let that thing go, and I have no idea how I glitched into this thing. But I did, and it helped me kill it quite quickly. Well, that's actually the end of the game. Now, it's kind of very, very similar to, you know, just regular Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, Genesis Mega Drive ending, where you just, you know, knock Eggman out of the sky and then go back to, you know, just running Green Hill. For a Game Gear game, though, I've between my recording of the last part and my recording commentary for this part, I have looked into what people think about the Game Gear. Everybody thinks it's inferior to the Game Boy, but I've actually heard that it wasn't all that bad, except for the battery life. Fuck the battery life. Everybody thinks fuck the battery life. But there are apparently some pretty decent to good games on the Game Gear, not just 3. But, oh well. I still don't think too highly of this game. Well, the system. This game I actually do really like. But a lot of the other Game Gear Sonic games, I've never really put any of those levels. I've never really played too much of them, because this one seems to have the least amount of gimmicks. It does have gimmicks, like it has stage gimmicks, in which the stage has something else. Water. It has, you know, has auto-scrolling. It has vertical scrolling. You know, shit like that. It has mazes. But it never has any gameplay gimmicks. Like, Sonic doesn't have to go and use a hang glider. Sonic doesn't have to have that fucking spring shoe thing. You're just, when you control him, you're just using Sonic the Hedgehog and his controls. And that's probably why I like this game so much better than all the other Game Gear, you know, Sonic games. From what I've seen, Triple Trouble, it isn't all that bad. It's probably the next one I would actually want to play after, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog Game Gear. But for all the people who actually think that this one is worse than all those, I think Sonic goes faster in this one than the others. Sonic actually plays like a, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog game for the most part. Maybe not in physics, but he actually plays like a Sonic the Hedgehog game. More so than all the other ones. With the speed, with the platforming, even with the music a little bit. I just don't find any of the other ones to be remarkable. At least I find this one to be, well, decent. But, oh well. I don't know what Sonic game I'm going to be doing next, but I'm going to be tackling some more in this franchise. Well, see you everybody. See you next time.